Hello there. This is part 3 of Zero Budget Growth. And if you're following the series, in part 1, I covered the fact that most businesses are paying for attention they are not getting and how to advert that. In part 2, I give out the 3 parts for acquisition system without any budget, without spending money. So today is about when most businesses silently lose everything they built, retention. So here's what I've seen over and over during my time marketing for projects in the Web2 industry and the tech sector. I see companies, I see businesses run the acquisition system. People start coming in, the number go up, and then quietly they start leaving. So this thing does not happen dramatically, does not happen without any announcements. They just stop showing up, they just stop engaging, just stop caring, just stop using the product. And the business, they go back to acquisition mode. They go back to spending more efforts, more time, more resources to replace the people they just lost. So this is the leaking buckets. It's like you are pouring water from the top inside the bucket, and then the water is draining from the bottom. That's just how it is when you spend money on acquisition, or your acquisition money is zero budget acquisition system, and you cannot retain them. So there has to be a fix for it, and yes, there's a fix for it, because the acquisition without retention is not growth. It is just maintenance, and that maintenance is very exhausting. Because at the end of the day, the business, the company, the founder, the team, they get tired. So business companies that actually scale are the ones that make people want to stay, not by force, not by notification spam, but by giving them a reason to stay. Like, remember that, a reason to stay. So the retention of the zero budget retention system, I want to share with you, have 3 layers. Though there are different retention systems that you can use for your for your products, for your company, for you as a business. But these three ones I'm going to share in this video, they are the easiest and fastest one to leverage on and to use to make people stay and to retain people for your products and for your company. So follow me as I share them, right? So the first layer that I'm going to be sharing with you is the layer I call make them feel seen. Make them feel seen. So not one of the reasons why people leave any community, platform, or brand is that they feel like they are just part of the number. They feel like they are just one person out of thousands. They feel like they are just one users out of 1,000, out of 2,000, out of 10,000, 50,000. So the retention move here is radically personalization, not at scale software or just AI automation, but in your communication style, how you reply to comments, with comments on your socials, not just as a brand, but as human. To engage with people now is very easy. You can use AI optimization, you can use both, but it's come down to how you reply to people as human, as a brand that is backed by humans. So acknowledge, and for you to run this very well, to make people feel seen, acknowledge people specifically on your socials. Remember what your early communities know, what they say, and reference it, what they say about you, and all these things they cost nothing. And people don't live places where they are known. It's very rare for people to leave a community, a product that's always there for them, a product that their email is tailored for them, a product that's like solve their problem even before they even know it. It's very, very rare because they feel this is personalized to them, and so they don't want to leave. So you can anchor this, make people feel seen by using your product, make them feel seen by interacting with your product. This will help you to retain them. The second part is what I call give them a reason to come back tomorrow. Give them a reason to come back tomorrow. And most businesses, most founders, most team, they think retention is about what they have already given in their products. No, retention is actually about what is coming next. When the user uses a product the first time, what should they expect again when they want to use it? So anticipation is the most underrated retention tool in existence. I'll talk about this one of my content. To eager for something, to curious for something, is one of the ways to retain them. So let me give you a scenario. People that are gamers that are anticipating GTA, the next version of GTA, they're all eager for it. They just want the game to be out and they can play it. And also, it's just like you watching the series. You have watched the series 1, series 2. You'll be so anxious to want to see the next thing that's coming out for that video. So, if someone knows that, okay, something valuable is coming out when they use your products, maybe on a particular day, something's going to pop up, something's going to show up, there's going to be something for them. They want to stay. They'll be curious to know what it's all about. So, by building this table reading, same day, same format, you can tweak it a little, make people to want to be curious about what your products are for them back in, back out. And so by doing this, you are building a retention system based on anticipation. So the third layer, which is the last part for this video, is what I call make them part of something, not just a recipient of it. I know you have heard about IKEA, the IKEA store, right? Whereby the product, the users want to stay because they feel like they have put in effort into a product, into a system. Yeah, that IKEA, in that IKEA moment, that IKEA strategy is still it's still a good retention system to retain people. But I'm not talking about the IKEA one because I'm not sure. It's kind of cliche. People are used to it. Marketers talk about it 1,000 times. So, but this one, make them part of something is what come down to, ask people for their opinions. You using their opinions as part of your features. You creating rules, titles, recognitions, even products influenced by your users' decision, by users' ideas that they don't even know about. You may just randomly comment on your socials and just sit and create something based on this. So it makes them want to stay. Any other person that see what you are doing, like, wow, these people share their users. These people, They value their users. And so by doing so, they want to be part of your community, not a part of your product, part of your brand. And the moment someone goes from being a consumer to being a contributor, that moment change everything for you, because they're not just using your product anymore. They are invested into it and they are ready to talk about it anyway. They are ready to champion your product anyway. And if you can do this, you are building for yourself a zero budget retention system, retention layer. Sorry. So everything I just described, make people feel seen, build anticipation, turn consumer into contributors. None of it requires a budget. All they requires are intention. And businesses and products that retain well, they are not spending more than the one that don't. They're just thinking differently. And they have people that can engineer these desires, that can engineer these layers in their product, on their brand, using their socials. So one of the things that really need to scale this, to engineer this, is a team that get this. Because having a great team will help you to cut down where you are spending. So apart to build all these systems I talk about, the attention system, this retention system, you have to have a great team, a very good team. So this is part 3 of my zero budget growth. You don't have the full system for bringing people in and keeping them. Part 4 is where everything becomes revenue, right? Because acquisition and retention means nothing if your business, if your company is not generating income from the audience you are building, from the audience you are acquiring and you are retaining. So part 4 is about zero budget monetization system. How to turn attention and reality you have earned into revenue without